individually. We can be dragged out and detained without charges brought against us, without convictions, without a trial. Read the legislation. It's right there in public. They're so arrogant. They're so cocky. They'll put it right in front of your face and say, look, it's for you to read. Read it. Read what we're going to do to you. You can't do anything about it. Say something. We'll say you're a terrorist sympathizer. Say something. When do you get mad? I get mad already. And if you survive this Guantanamo Bay-style hospitality, Obama has set a precedent. And I don't like to target one president or the other because to me, there's not a lot of difference in the past history. Obama, for the first time, has set the precedent that an American citizen can be assassinated. Assassinated on his order. An American citizen can be assassinated, okay? Charles Manson gets a trial. Okay? Bernie Madoff will get a trial. Okay? The worst of us will be entitled to rights. And those rights are given to the worst of us so that make sure that you always get them. That's why you have freedom of speech. So some people can say stupidity, but so that you can always be protected. Remember that. They'll use that against you. What, you think a terrorist should be allowed to run around and do whatever he wants and blow up another building? Don't listen to that nonsense. You're smarter than that. Obama killed an American citizen. He's a murderer. You can say that comfortably now. It's not in a stretch. Who else will they target? Who's on the White House kill list? Because there is one. They've said there is. Obama, Obama, Obama. Obama promised to end the war in Iraq. You had to at least like that, right? When he was campaigning, like, whatever, we'll bring home the troops. Some people say, oh, he is bringing home the troops now. He's bringing home a few of them, but they got to arrest them up. Why do you think they got to bring them home? They got to get arrested. They're going to Iran pretty soon. Wake up, guys. Promised to end the war in Iraq. He didn't. He lied. He expanded the Afghan war. He wins a Nobel Peace Prize. Are you kidding me?
It's a joke. Nobel Peace Prize.
Peace president. He's not. He lied. And it's not because he's a Democrat. It's because he's a liar. This isn't partisan. This is bigger than political parties. Obama, or Obama, as we should be calling him from now on, has bombed Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia, Libya, so on and so on. And let's keep naming them if we want to. We could. His newest war, though, this peace president, it's a war on us. A war on us, a war on Americans. It's not a war on terrorism. It's not a war on poverty. It's not a war on drugs. It's a war on personal freedom. Keep that in mind at all times, okay? It's a war on your freedoms in this country. Keep that in mind at all times. It's not a joke. Take an 80-year-old terminal cancer patient in a state where they voted to legalize medicinal marijuana because we believe in states' rights. Government meddling causes medication prices to skyrocket. She can't afford the treatment. Can't afford to live. She decides to smoke marijuana to ease the pain from terminal cancer because she's dying. What does Dr. Barack prescribe? You're low on oppression. Take a double dose of lead. And don't call me from jail. Because now, what they'll do is they'll send SWAT to this old lady's house, this old cancer patient who's dying, with M16s pointed at her head and say, where are the drugs? Where are the drugs? You terrorist cancer patient. Cancer is Al-Qaeda. If you have cancer, you're part of Al-Qaeda. Just so you know that. Where are the drugs? Even when her state voted to legalize it, nope. We don't have states' rights anymore, people. You have dictatorship brewing. Wake up. It's not extreme to say it. Now, it's suffer or die in prison. That's your choice. That's what Dr. O ordered. You die in prison, old lady. The war on drugs is a war on cancer patients. The war on drugs is a war on AIDS patients. Making drugs illegal does not make them go away, guys. I teach at a high school where my kids will tell me every day, I hope they don't ever legalize drugs. Well, the hippies will say, yeah, man, this is the legalized pot. I hope they don't legalize drugs, because as soon as they're legal, that means you can get them anywhere, and as soon as you can get them anywhere, that means we got to sell them for a lot cheaper to each other. It worked so well with Al Capone and Prohibition, right? It was awesome. We had such a great success there. You don't have to condone something to legalize it. How many of you condone getting drunk? It's not illegal to get drunk. Don't drive. Stay home. Get drunk. It's okay. Wake up. Wake up and say what you really think, okay? It's a war on the poorest Americans. It's a war on drugs. It's a war on them because they can't afford health care. And you take what the government says you take, or you take nothing. And this is what separates Ron Paul from people like Mitt Romney, Newt Gingrich. Blessed is he who works for those who suffer. Blessed is he who works for those who suffer, who won't let a child with multiple sclerosis suffer. That is real compassionate conservatism. You say it back to them when they say it to you. He wants to take the Medicare away from the babies. No, I'm sorry. Not letting someone die is compassionate. Letting someone take what they want to take, treat themselves the way they want to treat themselves, afford what they can, that's compassionate. Won't come from someone who's in bed with the pharmaceutical companies. It's not surprising, because if they'll jail us for nothing, for being a libertarian, gun owner, conservative, constitutionalist, returning vet, if they'll jail us for that, they'll jail us for marijuana, they'll jail us for anything. And you're paying for those people in jail to live. Treat them like you treat alcohol abusers. Let them get back into the streets to get to work, to contribute. They go to criminal college and come back out better. Tainted. Barney Frank and the corporate banks. The banksters. The banksters work together with the government, guys. Why do you think there's so many people occupying Wall Street in Oakland and Miami? Because communism's cool again? Really? You're going to believe that nonsense? They're out there because there's nowhere to live anymore. They're getting kicked out of their own homes with these fraudulent loans they were given, that they were promised. The banks were promised, lend them out. We got your back if it doesn't go well. We got you. Barney Frank, all the people involved. Now people are on the streets and there are no jobs. These people have worked together, the government and the banks, to take everything that you work for up to your home, where nothing is sacred. You're not even entitled to that. Who got bailed out? No, seriously, anybody here got bailed out? I didn't get bailed out. You want to know who got bailed out? I'll tell you who got bailed out. One of our good friends in Africa, Mr. Muammar Gaddafi, got bailed out. Did you know that? Yeah. Since Bush and Obama, they were bailed out. Okay? Bin Laden, harbored in Pakistan. Pakistan got bailed out. Saudi Arabia, grooming the 9/11 hijackers. They got bailed out. Did you know that? We send them so much money. Didn't come from taxes. They don't tax enough. Didn't come from China. We only get $1.5 trillion from them. Excuse me, I can't believe that. The Federal Reserve Bank, ladies and gentlemen, the private secret Federal Reserve Bank, okay? There is a candidate running for president, by the way, that used to be a chairman for the Federal Reserve Bank. For privacy's sake, let's just call him H. Kane. That's too obvious. Let's call him Herman C. Herman C.
Not running anymore. Not running anymore.
Excellent, I didn't get that tweet. I've been up here.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, while Herman C. was busy being the lender of last resort to his harem of women, only one candidate was calling for a full investigation of the Federal Reserve, and that was Ron Paul. Yeah. Romney has no clue what's going on. Gingrich has no clue what's on. He admitted that Ron Paul was right the whole time on the Fed, because he was. He's Ron Paul. He's right. So why would we send Gingrich, who just figured it all out? Why would you send the guy who got $1 million from Freddie Mac, who snuggled up with Princess Pelosi, okay, talking about some nonsense in climate change? This is the last chance for this nation. The time has come to end the Fed.
Yeah.
It's only going to get harder from here. We have the numbers, but we're running out of time. And I want to talk to the volunteers real quickly before I wrap it up. Will you double and triple your efforts? Because I know you're working hard. Will you do more? The phone banking, the sign making, the precinct walking, being active in local political parties, donating to Ron Paul's campaign what little you have in this tough economic time. Will you double and triple your efforts? That's what it's going to take to win. Because your options otherwise are Obama. That's not an option. Gingrich and Romney, that's Obama light. Both support the ideas of Obamacare while they want to repeal it. And we are not here, like I said, to elect the letter R. We are here to elect a real conservative, the last one out there. And the last time anybody voted for any old Republican, who did we get? John McCain, which really got us Barack Obama. Don't do it. Elect the real guy. You tell your friends out there we need the real guy. This is the last chance to elect a real conservative. Ron Paul is the last great hope to restore America now. And I want to thank you so much for listening to me talk. I'm Peter Santamaria. Thank you so much for being here today. Get involved. Talk to Manny. Talk to Hector. Talk to Marcus. Thank you so much.